Hello and welcome back to Doom 2016. We just exited the frying pan and now we're entering the freezer. Because
Remember that time
spoiler alert.
when...
Because spoiler alert. This place is about to get very chilly. To put it mildly.
Oh, I get
Are
it.
we
I am
really-
I am Vega because this game is sponsored by AMD. I get it.
Are we really getting a Hailfire Peaks type situation?
No, actually,
The means to contain the
Eh.
power of the
no.
And how's it going to get cold?
plan to send you there.
This is more like a central processing unit of Vega, so it needs to be stupidly cold for it to like function properly.
But Vega is a line of graphics cards. How does that work?
Well, not in this universe. Vega is a CPU.
Although to be fair, Vega was a 2017 thing, right?
This came out in 2016. I just said it.
Yeah,
it's,
so-
it's Doom
yeah, so they-
2016.
Yeah. So they couldn't know. They couldn't know about it.
Also, Ryzen came out like a year after this game came out.
I could swear that Ryzen came out earlier.
No, it was 20. AMD started its Ryzen line of CPUs in 2017.
Oh yeah, 27. Wow.
And it's now the king of CPUs because Intel shit the bed.
Well, I mean, I still feel like Intel Ultra, their latest line of GPU, and not GPU, that's ARC. I feel like Intel Ultra or their new line of CPUs. I think people are kind of quick to dismiss it because in terms of efficiency, it's really good. And after how much power 13th, 14th gen sucked, it's good to focus on efficiency. Like, we need to tone the amount of watts, we need to tone it down. The problem is, I'm probably pretty much the only person who cares about it. I'm probably the only person who feels like, at this point, innovation, it's for the sake of innovation.
Hey, I thought we were on Mars, not Pandora.
I mean, no, this isn't Mars or Pandora. It's Neptune. No, it's not.
Okay, wait, no. So did we really go to Neptune, or are we still on Mars?
we're still on Mars, but it's like this.
Okay,
it's,
okay.
But it's like
Okay, your joke confused
Yeah, I'm
me.
joking.
Your joke confused me, not gonna lie. Because we had 3 planets named.
I mean, I don't.
That's the short time.
So Ben, I don't know if you know this, but Mars isn't just hot as hell. It's also cold. It also has a south and north pole.
I actually did not know that.
Okay, to be fair, the statement that Mars is hot as hell, that actually kind of makes sense, because a lot of people know that going to Mars at like the hot part of the season is like going to Florida at the hot part of the season.
I mean, to be fair, if you ever go to Florida, you're pretty much in hell. But
Well, for several reasons.
for several
the heat
reasons,
and the people.
the heat, and you know what? Anyway,
The Florida man.
literally.
You know, that actually would be a pretty interesting name for a band. You know, the Florida man. The men.
The Florida men. I don't
mean-
know. It would be more. It would be a lot
mean,
more fun. If it would be a lot funnier if the Florida men were like not all men, or were
Yeah,
all, or,
like...
or I don't know.
You know, that would be kind of like making a band and calling it the Village People, and not of all of them come from a village.
Yeah, seriously. and they're not all straight, anyways.
I love the Village People. I don't know why, but there is just something
Everyone
about
does.
modern music that's lacking that they just had.
I mean,
Everyone does.
I don't really know much about like the Village People as a band, you know, aside from YMCA, like everyone else.
You know, being perfectly honest though, I don't even think that YMCA is their best song. I
It's
don't
their-
even think that In the Navy is their
It's-
best song. I always felt like Go West. That's my favorite.
I
from
mean,
the Village people.
I definitely preferred In the Navy more than YMCA, because YMCA was just overplayed as hell.
Yeah.
Even when I was a kid, it was super overplayed.
I'm honestly partial to YMCA, to be straight honest.
Like, I can definitely...
I'm a basic bitch.
I mean, that's fair. I understand, like, why... I understand why people like YMCA to the point that it is. But at the same...
Because it's really catchy.
Yeah. But at the same time,
Yeah, but-
that's also
come
like
on.
that's also a double-edged sword, really. What if a song is like if a song is catchy, yeah, it's nice to listen to, but it could also be really annoying to listen to on repeated listens.
Yeah. No, the one thing I just find really noteworthy is that it feels like more people know of the song YMCA than people actually know what a YMCA is.
Especially nowadays.
And
Yeah.
which is very unfortunate.
I mean, let's be real. The YMCA is a pretty good place to be. I mean, you can get yourself clean, you can have a good meal, you can do whatever you feel.
You can hang out with all the boys.
Well, if the boys are worth hanging out with.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. If they're good boys. Anyway, so I don't know where I'm getting at.
Yeah. I don't know. I also always feel like it's a damn shame when, you know, this one band or, well, let's just keep it at artist or musician. I always feel like it's a damn shame if they have like one really popular hit, because it always overshadows their others. It kind of makes it feel like, you know, they're gay if you think about it. Britney Spears has a lot of really great songs, but one of my favorite songs of Britney Spears, Circus, I don't think that not that many people know about it.
Okay, I thought you were specifically talking about one-hit wonders.
Well, you have
I
those
wouldn't
as well.
call Britney Spears a one-hit wonder.
Would you call her a two-hit wonder?
I would say like it's more. I would say it's more like a 10 hit in more ways than one.
True.
Maybe. I mean, it could also just be like personal bias. What I'm saying, because when I'm building my playlist, it's rare for me to have like more than 2 songs of a certain artist in it. Stuff like, I think only Queen is the kind of music I've got multiple songs of in my playlist. Should be mentioning, by the way, that at this point I cannot check my playlist to verify, because for whatever reason, and I've got no clue why it is, Apple disabled my account.
That just sounds like some bullshit on Apple's part.
It is bullshit. I tried to, like, Christmas Day, right? I was in the car driving to my uncle and aunt's place because we were going to celebrate Christmas there, and I noticed that as I was trying to open Apple Music, I had to sign in my password, and then I had to sign it in again. The second time is kind of what gave it away, because I've had times when I had to sign in my when I had to fill in my password again. I guess it's something that just happens when you're using Apple Music on Android. But no, I had to sign in again, and it just didn't work. And when I tried to sign in on the computer later that day, it just didn't allow me to get in. I tried to go to the Apple support website to reset my password, and it just straight up informed me this account is locked. It didn't tell me why, and when I called Apple support, it also didn't tell me why. I kind of feel like my account details were at one point inside some sort of data breach, and that's why somebody tried to like sign on my account multiple times, and it got flagged. But the one thing that just really gets me is that there was no build up to it. I never got a mail from Apple about my account possibly being hijacked. and I never got a mail from Apple stating that my account was indeed locked. I had to find it out myself, and the only thing I got when I called support is that I may have violated Apple TOS.
How?
That's all, or the terms of I don't know, because I couldn't violate the Apple TOS because I don't have an
Christ,
Apple device.
Edgy.
Jesus Christ! This is why
Now-
we're a Samsung group of friends.
Now, to be fair, I don't like Samsung either. If anything, I'm gonna ditch Samsung at the earliest convenience. I don't like what they do to their phone operating system.
Yeah.
And I feel like over the years, they only butchered the little parts of it that I love. But yeah, admittedly, you know, I didn't read the Apple terms of service. Like, I could have violated them. I just don't know. And
I mean, did you read the terms and conditions? Otherwise, you would turn into the human Sentai pad.
yeah, you know, it's actually funny that I only recently watched that episode. I also only recently actually watched the episode where they were going to LA to prevent Family Guy from airing its episode. Oh, hey, this. Fun fact: this can also happen on the Switch version. My friend Gwen constantly brings it up.
By the way, y'all missed it. There was a bunch of other like glitchy as hell like.
Hell.
There's a bunch of like glitchy as fuck like moments that we all just completely missed because Edgy was talking about Apple's bullshit. Like,
I mean, it's only bullshit because they didn't tell me what the bullshit is.
I get that.
I hope we don't get in trouble with Cinemassacre for that.
Nah, he doesn't give a fuck. AVG, James doesn't give a fuck.
If he somehow finds it's directed to us, James, you're an awesome dude.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, free advertising, I guess.
I know. Also, minutes afterwards, the chainsaw glory kill on the Caco demon. Sorry, Coco demon. Sorry, Ben. I'm not gonna let you live that down.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Anyway.
It's the name I call it.
Anyway, yeah, that's like one of the coolest like glory chainsaw kills on of anything, because you just go up to it and just right into the eyeball. and for the longest time I couldn't. Oh, I say for the longest time, I couldn't find out what enemy I was missing because I couldn't go through the door until I found out that one of the I forgot what the enemies are called. They're not the possessed, and they're not like
Mancubuses?
No, they're not the mancubuses or mancubi.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the ones where
Yeah,
it shoots like
mancubi would be the
It's-
proper grammatical term.
it's the one where it's the ones where they shoot like these fuck me lasers. And they're like the same,
can't
and they're like the
remember the
same
names.
size. They're like the same
Names
size.
top of my head.
They're like the same size as the possessed and the imps.
Right.
But yeah, they kept getting stuck. They were stuck like underneath a bit of stairs in that one arena, and it was running in place underneath the stairs. It's almost like we should talk about the game instead of other bullshit. Anyways.
So anyway, to go back to Apple fucking me up. Nah, just kidding.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, we already got enough news out of Apple being a complete, incompetent assholes.
Yeah. No, but basically, the one thing I feel like I should say before like closing this chapter is that I did manage to fill in my email address and ask Apple to, unlock my account. And their response, and I need to quickly get this in front of me. Dear customer, we have reviewed your request and access to your account email address has been denied. Sincerely, Apple.
I mean, that
was all I was given. That was the only time I got an email from Apple in the past months. So this is definitely having a toll on my, or having effect on my decision making if I'm still wanting to go for an iPhone or, you know, future Apple devices. Because again, if they do it once, and they are prone to doing this without warning, without any, to me, any clear reason, why? How can I be sure they don't do it again?
Almost like you should have gone with Spotify.
Well, yeah, but I don't like Spotify. I don't like the way how their algorithm doesn't change itself and still thinks that I'm like the same me that signed in with Facebook 10 years ago, even if the Facebook account in question has been deleted. I don't like how they consistently try to shove podcasts down my throat when at several points I made clear, at least not to them, because there was no way to make clear that I'm not a podcast person. And I just feel like Apple Music is a better service because they allow you to listen to songs in full lossless quality. I mean, sure, it means that my playlist is taking back roughly 20 gigabytes on my phone, but that's something I'm willing to do. I'm willing to give that up. And if it's the same price, I might as well. Like, the primary reason is simply I don't want them to try and tell me what to do, and be that in a way of music taste or not music. Like, I subscribe there for music, not for podcasts. Keep that shit out of my feed. I know it sounds like a petty thing to, you know, be upset about, and it might be, I don't know, but I just don't like it, and I'm allowed not to like it. Spotify is not the superior... Oh, there you go. It's not the superior service, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I've used Spotify for about, like, what, almost 7 years? Going on 6 years, going on 7 years? I've never had any, like, downright issues with it, personally. Like, I never had, like, podcasts shoved down my throat or anything. Like, there is a selection of podcasts in the home menu, but it's you can just ignore it and just, you know.
Yeah, but are you using premium?
Of course.
If I pay
Exactly.
if I pay for a service, there should be a button to just say I don't want this. If I'm on the free tier, you know, that makes sense. Free people get fucked.
Well, guess what?
Premium people?
Well, I mean, guess what? There is for premium.
Yeah. No, I just...
All I'll say on Spotify Premium is their ad is basically the ad to song ratio really sucks.
It's like, what, it's like 3 songs and then ad.
Yeah, 3 songs, no matter how long they are.
I thought it was originally like 30 minutes.
No.
Nope. It's 3 songs, and no matter how... 3-4 songs, no matter how long.
Yeah.
I will... Yeah,
I mean,
that's...
Or if it's super... Or if it's longer songs, then it's less.
Yeah. I will say one thing, though. If there's one thing that I do find hilarious about the advertisements that Spotify gives, like back in 2022, this was kind of the transitionary period from Apple Music from Spotify to Apple Music.
Oh, hey, more Cacodemon lore.
There was a pretty lengthy time that I was on Spotify Free, and I got advertisement for Spotify Ad Studio, and I feel like the moment people are interested in advertising on Spotify, they probably have the money to get Spotify Premium. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's like...
I don't know why I in particular was given that ad, but yeah, I don't know.
It's like, hey, advertise on Spotify. Why? There's a lot of like I don't understand why they. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, to be fair, apparently, clearly neither does Spotify.
They really don't. Yeah, no.
It's almost like they're actively trying to get you to use premium. Like it's
Yeah.
The way they go about it is extremely predatory.
Yeah, it really is.
Which that's the one thing I don't really like about Spotify is that, especially when you're using it for free, is that they just give you like constant advertisements per like 3 songs, and at that point you're just gonna say fuck it and just like either not use it at all or use premium. So either way, either way, you have to pay money to use it, or you don't pay money and get fucked. But
depending on who you ask.
But other than that,
Go on.
It's Spotify Premium is pretty damn good.
It is, which is why it's really annoying when you're not on premium. And it's also getting to the point where basically I'm debating on just using the playlist of songs I have on Apple Music.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it makes more sense for you to be using Apple Music because you have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you might as well consider getting Apple One because it also includes like, I think Apple Arcade, some iCloud stuff, Apple TV if you care about that kind of stuff. I mean, I certainly don't, but I do want to see that documentary they made on Tetris.
Documentary, he says.
For you to gain access to my core.
Well, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't have Apple TV.
It's a biopic of Tetris.
Right. So then, like the movie, should I picture something like the movie of Queen, where they briefly went through some key events?
Kinda, yeah. But like instead of music, it's technology.
All right.
Like, you know, the one pivotal moment of like, you know, I'm not spoiling the movie, by the way. This is like a part of like video game history that I'm talking about. They go into detail on like how they put Tetris as like a launch title for the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I gotta say, I don't have Apple TV Plus either. I just saw advertisement for it.
All right.
And it does, and from the looks of the trailers, it does look like it goes into detail on how Tetris was like a cultural phenomenon in the United States.
Well, far beyond just the United States. I think everybody, everywhere in the world, Tetris was a phenomenon.
But this is one that's specifically in the U.S. Not
right.
Which then gets domino affected into the rest of the world. But it's just put into the perspective of the U.S. because you know it's an American movie.
Yeah. No, I would have watched it at this point because my TV, I shouldn't say the brand name, otherwise it might turn on because it's listening. I know it's listening. It happened plenty of times before. But no, my TV came with 3 months of Apple TV Plus. Pretty good, right? Well, I had to fill in credit card details, and unfortunately, I don't have a credit card, so I couldn't subscribe. I couldn't take advantage of the 3 months I was given with my TV. So yeah, I didn't watch Tetris yet, and to be fair, I don't think I'll watch it because, you know,
unless you get it from other means.
Yeah, but I'm not the kind of person to go for other means. I mean, if they bring it out on that's a waste of BFG Bullet.
Look, that was an accident.
Like,
that was an accident.
Like, if they bring it out on Blu-ray, I'll probably buy it. But I kind of have a thing against getting a subscription service if there's only one thing on said subscription service that I want. Because in the long term, it is more economically viable to just get a copy of that.
I mean,
The only exception to this is Amazon Prime Video, because it's Prime as a whole, so that also includes Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime, which gives me deals and free shipping. So I'm
And
already
free games.
getting
And free games.
free games as well. And I guess Amazon Luna, if that's your, or not the like the subscription for Amazon Luna, but if you have Prime, you can like play a bunch of games for free on there. And if you got a collection of games from the Epic Games Store or Ubisoft, you can also play those on Amazon Luna. Like that too is a pretty sweet deal. I still found it insane how when the Fallout TV show came out, and I don't know if it's still available nowadays, but they put like a whole bunch of Fallout games on there as well. Like I could play New Vegas on there. I just wouldn't play New Vegas on there because I feel like New Vegas, you kind of need to mod it nowadays.
I mean, there's a huge like deal going about on Steam that a lot of Fallout games were on sale because of the TV show.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I think I took advantage of that deal. Well, not towards me, but towards Ben.
I mean, from an advertiser's perspective, like that makes the most sense.
Yeah. And to be fair, the Fallout TV show being an absolute dumpster fire, depending on who you ask, does fit perfectly with the Fallout games.
I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about the Fallout show.
Have you seen the scene where they're at the vault in the contamination room?
I haven't even watched the show, so thanks for that.
Neither have I.
Okay, well, there's one scene in particular where I don't know how that got through the script. Do you guys want me to quote it?
Once Vegas
I kind of want to.
No.
I kind
Quote
of.
it back
I kind of
between
want to see it.
episodes.
I kind of
Quote it
want to see it for
between
myself
sent to the wells
before you talk about it and give my own thoughts on it.
and the poor
Yeah, well, one of the episodes in the last half of the first season, which at time of recording is the only season available, is fucking stupid.
I mean,
This music wasn't in the original game, was it?
I'll take your word for it, but like again, I'll have to watch for myself to even see.
Right.
Unless you're talking about the music in Doom, but like,
He's talking about the elevator music.
no, that's like in the game itself.
That's in the game.
Yeah, I didn't add that in. That is just in the game itself.
Right. It kind of felt like there was supposed to be enemies while you were riding the elevator.
No, it's more like a snake eater thing, except not as long and not as memorable.
Right. I mean, it was definitely memorable.
What the
Fuck, I still need to play Snake Eater. I think I got
I
pretty
need to play the
close.
series.
I have.
I think I got pretty close at one point.
I mean, I have like 2, 3, and 4, and 1, but like I had like the first game like since I was a kid, but I never really played it as a kid because I wasn't allowed to.
Ah, I see. Those kind of parents.
No, my parents never gave a shit what I played. It's just I wasn't allowed to play it. I wasn't allowing myself to play it because of it.
Ah, like that.
I was too I was too scared that my parents were like those other parents, only to find out that they weren't actually. It's just my own insecurity. It was just my own insecurities getting the better of me. That got the
Right.
better. That got
Doom
the better
guy
of me.
takes down And Doomguy takes down Mother Brain faster than Samus can.
Mother Brain is still pretty easy.
Process.
Well, okay, depends on the game. Depends on the game.
In Super,
Do you think that Samus and Doomguy would work together?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%. They would.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Alright. No, it's just something I'm thinking about. I see Doomguy and Samus working together, but I can also see them facing off against each other.
I can see it basically being a fight at first, but then basically realizing, oh, you're not on the other side, and basically working together.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of that just kind of reminds me of, like, you know, Doomguy teaming up with another Nintendo character.
God,
I mean,
Doomguy
to be
should have
fair,
been
he
in
didn't
Smash.
fight Isabella. He didn't fight Isabella.
I mean, he wouldn't fight Samus either.
Isabel. Depending on circumstances.
I mean, honestly, I could just sort of see that I could just see that dynamic being, like, a lot more, like, on par with Isabel, actually, to a
I
degree.
could take on Isabel.
Motherfucker, do you want her to, like shoot you with a shotgun?
Animal Crossing is a kid's game.
Ravioli, ravioli, don't lose the adorable doggy-oli.